Alright, mic is up. Mic is up. Mic check, mic check. Let's see how we sound, gentlemen, before we get into today's conversation. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know when the delay. There's a big delay.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Let's see.
Yo. José, Camilo, Osvaldo. ¿Qué tranza? Puro español hoy. El show va a ser en español. No quiero nada de inglés.
Go. Do your Cuban accent.
I gotta go.
No.
I got some homework to do. I got a lab to go to.
The delay. There's a big delay.
Let's see.
Go. El show va a ser en español. No quiero nada de inglés.
Go. Do your Cuban accent.
Osvaldo's good.
Oh yeah, he's right there.
You are bit low.
It's fine. Today I'm not gonna talk that much. Just gonna kind of host it and push you guys in.
My check. Hello, bitches.
Well, you don't like that, Jose? You don't like being called bitch on camera?
I was kind of in public.
Oh.
He was calling for some of them people.
How you sound on here?
Go. Do your Cuban accent.
Osvaldo's good.
Oh yeah, he's right there.
You are. How am I so
Fine.
good?
Today I'm not gonna talk that much.
That mic.
Because you got two mics on you?
Yeah, you take this one, and I will share with Osvaldo for sure.
That's not
Hello, bitches.
So that I'm
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as much as you can. Well, you like that, Jose? You don't like being called bitch on camera?
You have a lot of cables. I was kind of in public. There you go. There you go. Then you move it this way.
Yeah, I've seen a podcast set too before.
Move it so
I
this
hope
can
so,
pull the
Jose.
voice.
I hope so, fam. Are you gonna be like our guest from yesterday?
Can you tighten it? I think it kind
No,
of
you
moves.
just motion. No.
Or I could put it on this table instead.
All right. Give us a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Give us a couple minutes, and we will get into today's things. You good, Osvaldo? I hope so, man. I hate you sometimes. I hate you.
See, like going with what Camilo said earlier. Here's Jesus.
Where?
Oh, no.
Doom, doom. Like and share the energy if you are in here.
Hi, I'm an automated
Oh, you can't hear it. It's too slow.
Put on the mic. Does he have him call his little ChatGPT as voicemail?
That's the voice he uses for his maps.
All right, I think we're good, right?
I'm an automated
Oh, you can't hear it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
There's a lot of delay, but yeah, we should be okay.
Yeah, the delay is the Wi-Fi. It is what it is.
You're good now.
Yeah, I'm good. Better.
Jose is a bit low.
All right, I think we're good, right?
You're on point.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here, because I did not send out the
See,
link.
there you go.
Did not send out the link. Please share. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
yeah,
I'm good.
but yeah, we should be okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Awkward Sports Show. I'm dyslexic, so I'm definitely not keeping up of how many episodes we got so far, but
93.
It's probably, like, I was going to say, like 37.
37 or
Give or
something.
take, like 38 or them.
So welcome everybody. Like and share. Let's take care of business first. If you care what's going on, if you find this and you like the conversation, pass it on. Go subscribe to Cancela. Go stream all original tracks. And Camilo, you're here, man. You don't have to be in the chat.
Okay.
And please,
Okay.
and
It's not
please,
him chatting.
no. Speaking of the chat, please give your opinion. Interact with us. Let us know if we're wrong. Call us out if you're a Colombian fan, because we're about to go in today. As you guys can see, I go by HT. I have Osvaldo, Camilo, and Jose. Osvaldo, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. You?
I'm great, man. I'm awesome, actually. Camilo? How you doing, man?
I'm a bit sick.
How long you been sick, man? That voice has been.
July 4th,
What was it? Were you screaming?
2005.
1999. The day I was born.
No. Imagine being sick since you were born.
No, I don't know.
You can smoke cigarettes freely in Colombia, you know?
Like, yeah, for July 4th, I don't know what got into me.
Weren't you out of the state for a while?
No, that was not.
What have you brought?
Do you have COVID, dude? Oh my god, you didn't even tell us?
Hey, watch that word. YouTube is still sensitive about that damn word.
About cock bacon, Osvaldo's stroke.
About cookies.
Yeah. No, we could definitely talk about Osvaldo's throat. They don't care about that one.
I'll skip that.
Well, come on, Jose.
Let me
What
go
do you mean? But how you doing, Jose?
Doing alright, I'm pretty well.
The camera has missed you, man. Where you been? Why you didn't come in and get down with our guest yesterday?
He was here last week.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Bad memory.
I've been here for like...
Short-term memory is horrible.
I've been here for 3 years already.
He's been here.
Yeah. We have a channel on Wednesday, dude, remember?
That's true. You're right. My fault. All right, gentlemen. So, so the Copa America is over. UEFA is over, right? And then before we get into anything else, I think, as I put it in the title, you guys think that the U.S. is ready for a World Cup?
Well, what did happen during the Copa America? What?
So the reason why I thought it would be a good topic to touch on is because at the different stadiums there was different issues. Is the Mexico game for anyone?
Was
that part of the
which
Copa
one?
America?
The one here
where you guys went to?
Oh, that was a friendly game.
At the Broncos there?
Yeah, that was a friendly
game.
Okay. Well, aside from that one, as far as because we're in the
So
city.
we'll take that as an example.
No, that was the organization was good, right? You were saying those about?
That one was
Baseline.
Yeah.
That's
that
baseline.
one's actually good.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then and that's probably because we're kind of a major city because we get Taylor Swift type energy in those places. We have big festivals, so we might be a little more. I don't know, but there was a lot of complications as far as people getting into the stadium that bought tickets. There was a lot of unruly disorganization as far as fans just trying to get right. And the reason why I thought it would be a good point of conversation was because I think the American sports fandom is very, very different from the international soccer community fandom, right?
You say more passionate.
Definitely more passionate. Like they'll die for their shit. Well, and it makes sense because it's your country. It's not just your state or city, right? But it does make a little more sense. But I'm only here. So what do you guys think, gentlemen? As far as that. Is the U.S. actually ready for a World Cup that we're going to have in how many years?
2.
In 2 years.
So what problems did you experience or see?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't experience anything. So I didn't
What's
go
the
to-
problem?
You
to
did.
You? What did you?
Yeah, you did. You actually went to the Colombian game in San Jose.
I did.
So what did you experience
And I
or
had the
see?
time of my life.
So what did you experience or see?
I experienced a lot of
Normality.
a lot of normality, a lot of passion, a lot of singing,
It was not normal at
a
all.
lot of
Well, I don't know what you consider normal, but if that's normal to you, then that's okay.
no, I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't normal.
Stop being a bitch.
It was a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, a lot of yelling.
But that is normality to you, though.
Well,
Because what type of music entertainment
well, yes,
you part of?
in
huh?
those environments, of course.
Yeah, see, so it's the same thing.
You don't see babies on those rapes.
If the
though.
music's not singing
hope
through
not.
you,
That's true.
You don't see 1-year-olds in those rapes.
So you felt okay though? You felt safe the whole time? You enjoyed the game? You didn't feel it?
It was just disorganized. Like the game here that we had between Mexico and Uruguay, like people actually formed a line. People were actually forming a line to get in. At the game at the Levi Stadium, there was no line. Like it was just you have an entrance and people bunching up at that entrance. Kind of like just everyone trying to get in. And again, the game here against Mexico Uruguay, people would go through security one at a time. People would go in, make sure no metal, and that's what they're going through, metal detectors. At the Levi Stadium, people were running through. They were just running through trying to get to the other side. So again, security had to be like, hey, like go back. Like we had to make sure you're good. And then sometimes people would run twice at a time. Like it would be two people running, trying to get into the metal detector. So again, that caused a lot of back push, basically.
Yeah.
So you were there too, Camilo. What did you see? Because you're more on the side because you were home team, basically. You want to go see your good old Colombia play. So how do you see it? What did you experience?
I didn't have a good experience, honestly.
Really?
It was super. I don't know. There was a lot of people together, and then as he said, it was no light. So it was just people trying to get in, and like I guess they were trying to do whatever, but just getting into the stadium because it was actually late. We were like, what? Maybe when we got to the seats, the players came out, so we almost didn't make it. So they were just fighting. They weren't fighting. Not where we were, at least. They were not fighting. But it was just disorganized. I heard there was just 2 entrances for, at least in Santa Clara.
I don't remember.
I'm not sure if in Miami it was the same, but I heard it was just 2 entrances. And then it was just Colombians being Colombians, honestly. Like, I will go over you, and I don't care. It's just me, and if I get in, I'm happy with it. If I have to walk on Osvaldo's head, it won't matter. Then it actually happened, like Osvaldo's not used to that kind of stuff, at least to get into a place. So he was behind.
Damn, you got lost in the
crowd. He was left
son?
out.
You were taking.
He was not lost in the crowd, but then no, you basically were.
Oh yeah, well, because
you were lost. Yeah, you were lost in the crowd.
Because I was in one crowd.
We saw him on Tuesday at the office.
I was in one crowd, but then that lane was going by faster. But I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I'll switch to this other line where Camilo was at. I was like, it should be the same. If we're orderly, it should be the same. But
you didn't expect the variance.
Yeah, once I switched over, like that's when people started pushing even more.
So
it was you who caused the chaos.
Kinda, actually, maybe.
If you don't cut line,
that's true.
Nobody else cuts line.
That did happen, actually.
No, they were cutting the line anyways. Like they will cut on the line. Anyway.
And then Camilo was able to get through. Once Camilo was able to get through, on where I was at, I was like right behind him, but there was like a bunch of people trying to push in. So I was like, okay, let them try to get through, and then I'll just like sneak in behind them. But it was at that point.
So you were willing to sneak in as well.
And the way they were doing it, yes.
They're like, I'll jump in somebody's backpack or something.
And then that's when they stopped. The actual security was like, hey, all you guys move back. Like you guys.
There was a delay over there too.
No, they didn't delay there.
But they did stop.
The entrance.
Just the people for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they were like.
Yeah, because they didn't talk about any delay for that group game.
I don't think they care about delays. The final is because people was getting in with no tickets.
Yeah, but yeah, again, they were like, nope, we're not gonna let anyone in unless you guys get into a line. And at that point, I was like, okay, fuck it. So I just snuck into the line, but then people still kept trying to push.
Oh yeah, they were pushing.
They still kept trying to push, even though the guy was like, I'm not gonna let you guys in. They still kept trying to push. So at that point, I was just standing there. I'm like, just gonna wait my turn. Basically, I was in line. I was like in line, so no one could take my place. I was already in line, but everyone was still pushing.
There was no place though. I mean,
well, I was in the middle of the guy.
I was right in the middle.
I was right in the middle. I was like, no one can take my side from either side.
So it's a little bit because people are definitely traveling from their home country to come, and obviously in the World Cup we're gonna have an influx of people coming.
It's important to say that they were drunk already too. A lot of people, they were drunk.
But would you deem that just regular sports stuff? Because people get drunk at Broncos games.
Because the beer's so expensive. If you do it beforehand, you don't have to spend so much.
That is true.
I don't know.
But then it backfires.
You wouldn't count that as part of being a sports fan?
Oh no, yeah. I will.
Have you ever tailgated?
Yeah. I will
That's
tailgate.
That's the most American thing you can ever do.
Well,
Unless
I
taking
guess.
July 4th off.
I guess so. No, I guess they didn't understand what they were saying because even though it was just crazy, it was like a million
so
people.
Language barrier.
that, and then they were drunk, and then they didn't care, and then they were just Colombians, and they're just like that.
Oh.
That's just that they wouldn't care.
Because we had a friend that said that they also went to Levi Stadium a few years back, also for a Colombia game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
And,
said that he was there like in 2016, Julio, in the Copa Centenario, and he said, was it the same?
He said it was not the same.
It was not the same.
What was the difference that he shared with you guys?
I forgot, but he said it was not that crazy to get in.
Yeah,
organized.
it was. Well,
It was
yeah,
organized.
but then again, what's the difference between that tournament and this tournament? Both of them were Copa Americas, but that one
We were just better as a society as a whole.
we
Back
could.
then.
Well, I think there's a couple factors to that question, Osvaldo. I don't think we were that close to the World Cup yet. There was not confirmation.
It was the same 2 years.
2 years,
2
but there was
years.
not even confirmation because I think Colorado around that time was still maybe we're gonna get it, maybe we're
No,
not.
but it wasn't for.
Oh
here.
no, that was the Qatar back in the day. Was the Copa America that was
like
played
Copa
here?
America, there was already.
Oh no, that was the
talks about it,
Russia World Cup
Russia
though.
one.
because
Yeah.
they bid for the places like 2 cups before and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in the 2018 or so, they were talking about this US one to see where it was going to be at and all that stuff.
No, it's true.
Sometimes they even do it from like way before, like the Euros.
Yeah.
They do like this one ended, and they already basically have like the next 2-3 Euros picked already.
Mhm.
And then if everything keeps going well economically and stuff, they'll keep the places. If not, then somebody else will bid, and then you get a new place.
Yeah.
So during that Copa America, I think the US was also invited to that
Yeah.
one.
The
At least to the
Yeah,
Centenario.
Oh, it was the
The
same structure. It was the same structure
Centenario
as
one,
this
yeah,
one.
and then Japón too, no?
Well,
Or
no,
was it
a lot
like-
of countries
like
CONCACAF
Afghanistan,
teams
something
were
like that. Like one of those was also
Mhm,
invited
mhm.
that time. Saudi Arabia, something like that.
Yeah, because I think our friend said that the reason he thought it was more disorganized this time was because that older one was a lot more. I think he said American people, more people from America going to the games.
Unless actual people from their home countries traveling to catch the
And
game.
yeah, in this game, like we met people that were just coming for the game.
We actually did
Mm-hmm.
in the morning.
I bet, yeah. Dude.
Like people were there like the whole day, just like us, but then from Colombia and stuff like that. Like they will travel from Colombia and South America to watch the game.
Or is it part of the growing pain that the U.S. is going through where soccer is going to be taken a little more serious now? Because all the little league right now, as far as when I checked, they're still playing football for sure, but everybody else is playing soccer. From the little girls to the little kids. Is it the growing pain of the U.S. finally accepting football like an actual legit? Because it seems to be. What do you guys think?
Well, at that point, how big was the Colombian team now versus in 2016?
We're coming from our best World Cup, I would say, in 2016. From the 2014 World Cup, we made it to quarterfinals. So we were doing good. Back
So there
in
should have
the
been
day.
more hype for that game.
It's just not the hype. I think it's not. I don't think it's the real question is where is the United States? Well, I guess where because it's in the past. I'm sorry. Yeah, were they ready for the fans or that type of fans?
That's true.
No, they're not ready for. I think it's not ready for those type of fans and stuff. Because
So the more hardcore fans.
yeah, like actual like team fans and stuff. Because like if you go to sporting events and stuff here, like you're possibly gonna be seeing 1 or 2 shirts only with certain players, you know. And like obviously the really big teams and stuff across Europe and the world, like they have their name players and stuff, you know. But those are like some people. And then from there, about maybe like, let's say like the other half, all of them only have a team jersey and that's it. Because they're there for the actual sport. They're there for the actual team and stuff, right? It's not there because, oh, this guy is doing really good, so I follow him. Or because this guy is the stat leader, so I follow him. You know, so a lot of it is more that I think people are actually just more fans of it. And they're like more actual pure and stuff. And then in here, any sort of event that you go to, honestly, it's more like a date. You go to basketball, it's kind of like a date. You always go with your girlfriend or somebody you want to go with and stuff. You know, every once in a while you go with like a couple of friends and stuff, but it's very rare. So like those type of things, it's become more of like date nights. So you go to the baseball games, dates. You go watch it outside, it's a date. So it's become more of like an attraction. Like, okay, yep, another Wednesday event. Let's go watch this baseball game. Friday, oh yeah, let's go to this soccer game. So it's become a lot of that too, because it's more like this show, this attraction. And then compared to everywhere else, Mexico and like South America and like Europe and stuff, they're actual fans. Like, it might be date night, but no, we'll move date night to tomorrow because today's the game and we got to go cheer and stuff. So it's those like actual full fanatics, and they get really rowdy and stuff. So I think it was more the level of like entry and stuff, like their gates and all that stuff. I guess if they just improve that, I think it would be fine, because that's really the only thing they have to work on. They will have to do like
insecurity,
like some turnstiles. No, they could just do some turnstiles. Go to like
in Miami,
like
there was
Easter,
turnstile.
like Easter history, but like one super like tiny ass one.
They were jumping
Like,
over
have
that
you seen-
shit.
It's because like you also
That's
have.
why.
It's because you have to see like the type of people and fans that you have as
That's
well.
why,
Because if you go like to certain South America games, like Argentina, Brazil, there's some in Colombia ones as well. For you to get in, dude, you gotta go through like security. You gotta go through one turnstile, two turnstiles, and then you go through like a fence, and then you start to get into the actual like walking part of the stadium. Because then from there it makes everybody go really slow, one at one, how everybody's walking. So then there's some order, but it's like some really strict order that they're giving us. And like over here, they're not gonna. I don't think they want to do strict order like that, because then everybody will be like, oh no, it's oppression and this, and you're treating us like cattle and all that stuff. So they're never gonna have that type of order there. But in those actual like full on games, because they're only fans, like there's no date night and stuff. They're like, if you go there date night and your team loses and you're playing against a rival, you might have to go defend your date, because the other winning guy will probably come and like try to talk and all that stuff.
Yeah, and if you are taking your groceries, probably as much as into it as you.
A big same type of fan as well.
Yeah.
So like date night there, that's not date night, dude. That's my my regular Thursday team game. Everything moves around. And here, like, oh yep, I'll go date night Tuesday. Oh, they're gonna go play baseball. Yep, I'll go Tuesday. Oh, we're gonna go on Friday and watch the basketball. Oh, I'll go on Friday. So it's more of this entertainment part of it. Because like you see the fans as well. It could be fourth quarter and like they're cheering and stuff, and you can't even really tell sometimes that they're cheering on fourth quarter. So I think just the atmosphere for it. So if they up the security, that's really all they need, because the stadiums are fit for everything. They do got to change the fields and stuff, like make them adequate.
Yeah,
I think that would be the biggest problem too. Like FIFA will for sure like be on them for that, to have the fields be well.
Yeah, so yeah, and I agree with you. That's why I'm saying the American fandom of sports is very different than an international soccer community, because even in Europe, as far as the videos I've seen, it gets wild there too.
Really wild.
Like I think in some you're not even allowed to drink, because because even like the history of European teams, why people are so prideful about those small teams is because they used to go to war. That used to be your squad, literally. And that's why the European fans are so passionate about, even if their team suck, they're going to keep cheering on. Mm-hmm. It hurts in a different way. Yeah. And I think it kind of, when we talk about Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, even Mexico, it's the same thing, because we don't have much. And sometimes, like how Colombia made it this far, sometimes it doesn't even happen until the next 5-6 years. How long did it take?
4 years.
Well, yeah, well, exactly. So you don't have much. So when you do have, you're gonna be passionate. You're gonna be unruly, and I think that's part of being a soccer fan.
It's just their intensity and like the love for the sport. Because if they did that at the group stage, which is just a regular, it was a really important game as well, because you were basically fighting for the leadership in that third game. So. But, if it's a group stage game and everybody is, behaving this way and they're backing up your team this way, and you're, ready to do whatever for your team at a group stage, like, you're a fan of the team, man. Like, you're a fan of the actual sport, So that's the biggest difference there, that when they came around, all the actual true fans went out. Because, the Rapids are here. How come it never gets filled up like that? You know, whenever LA plays, how come it doesn't get filled like that? Because there's not the actual true fans. Once it goes to the other like MLS teams and stuff, it's just the regular date nights and like, oh yep, I got tickets, so let's go because they're $20 and I'll be there and stuff. You know, so for the actual like true fans and stuff, like I think at any point it would be important, especially the big tournaments like this. Like I could expect that at a regular friendly. You go over to like North Carolina or whatever, and you have a friendly, and you might not have enough people. Like that's fine because it's also a friendly. But a big tournament like this, like mostly everybody would want to go.
Especially because it's a national team and they don't play that often either.
Yeah.
Especially official competitions, not friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there has to be understanding, organization, and kind of accepting, because even when they interview some of the Argentinian families, a lot of them said, well, when I was in Qatar and we had 1 million plus come in, they were ready. We didn't have this issue. So it's almost like it's part of it. Obviously, hopefully we can keep it classy. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. But maybe we can't. And it just has to be kind of that, either we accept that or we know how to organize that it's not too bad. Because the way it looked with Colombia and Argentina, that shit was wild, son. It looked like a riot. It looked like a jail riot, right? Like people were jumping fences, and the scary part to me when I see that is just there's actual families too. There's kids that are fans too, right? That want to have that experience.
There was in the videos, like in like the bunch of groups, like they were actually trying to take out children that were like being trampled, basically.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets a little, and that's where we got to be careful. Like, we can accept everything that comes with being an international soccer fan, especially if it's your home country. We get it. But you also got to, because the U.S. don't play that a lot of time. Hopefully we don't. We seem like we did this time around because it happened. But I think, like you said, the stadiums were good on that end. And, of course, the field and all those necessities. But security, and there just has to be an understanding. You know what I mean? Like, you can get wild, do your thing, take off your shirt, do what you got to do. Because one thing I did like in the Colombia and Argentina, even after how Colombia lost, everybody was cool.
Nobody jumped into the field. I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah, because it was so long.
All these extra, thousands of people. I was like, man, there's gonna be people running into the field.
I think they took them out.
But they never stopped the game for any of them.
Exactly.
So I was like, man, wow, that's like. And then again, like one of the things, like these are the fans of it.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like sometimes you do want to, get that picture because you're never gonna see the player again and all that stuff. But other times you're like, man, you know what? Like, it's much better for me to witness the actual game here live than to go out there, run, get caught, and then I'm in a room and I don't get to see the rest of the game. So.
Or maybe it was like actually jail time for just because it was final and they knew. So. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's because the people that went, like, shit. Like,
say what's on your mind, Camilo. Say what's on your mind.
For that people, it was not just gonna be jail time, especially under what we're going through right now. Probably it could have been more than just jail time.
It'll be jail time that day, plus
free ticket, free
back to Argentina and Colombia.
You ever been on a plane ride before?
In handcuffs?
Today's your lucky day.
From your ankle to your wrist.
You must have taken a 10-hour flight, baby.
But you didn't wait until it's full. So I will take you to this cool place called police station. So you can stay there for a month. Get full. You get a full flight.
We gotta get many more lucky winners like you, sir. You got the lucky golden ticket.
Show me your picture. Picture, Lucia. Okay, to the flight.
Yes, sir. You gotta go back.
You got it. You got what you wanted.
Because it was cool to see, because how that game dragged out and how it came just so long and just like, god damn, we're just practicing at this point to pass the ball. I was expecting a Colombian just to flip on the Argentinian homie in the crowd and just start going. Like, I was like, but nothing happened. Even
like the Uruguay Colombia game.
I think a lot of the fan behavior was dictated because of the refereeing. because the refereeing wasn't one-sided.
It was
He was-
fair.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
super
it was
fair.
fair.
That was probably the
Yeah.
best.
If he would have started to call everything for Argentina, there would have been fights. There would have been fights.
Yeah, because people were expecting
Because
it.
somebody, like, there's a foul, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, dirty motherfucker, this and this. And then somebody's like, nah, he didn't even touch him and stuff. And, like, out there, man, like, it's already super hot, man. You got some
That's
drinks in
another
there,
thing.
and that's happening, and you're getting cheated and stuff. Like, there would have been way more fights. But because it was pretty even refereeing, I would say. You know,
There were a couple of calls that
Like what? Like which one, Camilo? Let's get into the Colombian. Argentina.
McAllister, he should have been got on a red card like at the first half. It was a penalty against Cordoba. It was a clearly a kick on his foot. He didn't call it. Yeah, he didn't call it, and he had a yellow card already. I was able to see certain details on the ref being on Argentina's side. Because there were a
But they
couple
weren't,
of
like,
penalties.
they weren't so obvious like before at times.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, like, there are some times, like,
it was super.
I'll be
obvious.
honest, like, sometimes they're like, dude, that wasn't like a foul, man. Like, come on. You know, like 2 seconds ago, you just did the same thing, and
Yeah.
you didn't get a foul. You know, so, but yeah, like some of them were like, okay, like kind of under the radar and all that stuff.
I think they should have called a bar for those plays, honestly, because that was clearly a penalty, and he didn't call it. There was another one. It was the last play. They just call a penalty. They call a penalty on Harry Kane for that. The same reason. Because Harry Kane was trying to kick the ball, but then he kicked the ball first, and then somebody
put his
kicked
foot in
Harry
front.
Kane, right? The same happened with Colombia. I saw it. It was a corner kick. Colombian player kicked the ball, and then they kicked the Colombian player like super hard. It's true. They were trying to like take off the ball from the area, but
The
they just
intention.
the intention was to kick the ball, but then they just call a penalty on Harry
Right.
Kane. You know.
Yeah.
So it was just those things. Like I would say, it was a fair game. It was fair. It was a fair game, but there's certain calls that I will be able to debate to them or
Yeah.
against them for sure.
Well, let's get into. Well, first before we get into Colombia and Argentina, what did you guys think about England against Spain?
Oh, let's do a conclusion real quick on the first topic though, because I think it's not. Again, I will say it again. It's not that the stadiums were not ready, as you said. They were ready. They had security, structure. It was good. It was just that we're not ready for those fans. And I would
Yeah.
say a lot of uneducated people too.
Yeah, like,
'Cause
we
if
don't
you
know
were-
about like actual fanatics
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Because shit, like people that is cool, socially cool, like understand rules and understand that you have to follow them in order to, of course, be okay yourself and help other people to be okay too. Person like that will never do that.
So you would say it would be education on both sides then?
Both sides,
It
for
would
sure.
be education on the stadiums to understand there's these type of fans. There needs to be a way to contain them. And on the other side, for any foreign people coming here, that there's a structure to the stadiums.
I don't know how
Yeah.
I will take that foreign people, because you can call that people actually coming from other countries just to watch the game,
Yeah.
or people that just got here from other countries,
yep, that's
which
what
there are, I know, but they're not foreign anymore because they're staying. Like, I guess they were foreign, but there's a different situation. Like they didn't have that much money to buy a 10K ticket, for example. Let's be honest, they didn't have that much money to buy a 10K ticket, so
Like,
and they got in.
a one-way ticket for me, baby.
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly. So that's my conclusion. Like,
That's what you tell the immigration agent. Sir, I only had enough for one way. You gotta let me work here. Let me take back.
Yeah, and we hope we get it right because we want to enjoy it. It's be cool just to go to Kansas or go to Cali or whatever, or for y'all if y'all end up
To
going
go
to
and
Canada
ride.
and go
Yeah.
catch a game.
I wish I would have been born during the hooligan era.
You sure?
It's like, nah.
You wouldn't have made it.
I would have, man.
Why?
I would have been like in the front row and shit, but
With the face painted and everything in the smoke.
I'll do like the smoking stuff behind and stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
I'll be throwing like
Be hiding in the smoke.
that's
no,
another thing.
I
They
would
prohibited the
be
smoke
throwing
too.
flares and stuff like.
Okay, and then just last thing to make a conclusion too. So are we supposed? So we have the infrastructure, we have the stadiums, we should be okay, organization, security, and all that. So what are we not supposed to accept then? Are we? Because we're not changing the international soccer fan.
No, they need to.
We're not gonna change it. It's just,
Now they know that they cannot let people that don't have tickets get that close to the entrance. That's it. Let them tailgate.
More,
probably not
bigger
More
perimeter.
filters, bigger
Perimeter, like
Yep.
bigger single lines, or like you have to go to zigzags and like put more obstacles, and that's really on all you have to do. Like more checkpoints in a way.
Like maybe I think that what they did in Qatar was like for you to get to the area close to the stadium, you already have to scan your ticket to get like close to the events. Because I think they had like official stores, not actually tailgating, or maybe it was tailgating, but then with official part of the World Cup
little
infrastructure
CDs and
stores,
stuff. Yeah,
like beer places from official beer stores, official food places, stuff like that. So like a little area for you to tailgate, you know.
Yeah.
So for you to get into that area, you have to scan your ticket. I feel like that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. But then the only side part from that is that, so again, for the game here between Mexico and Uruguay, you had to go through the scanner first. You had to go through, the metal detector first. But then if you didn't have a ticket, you could go through a metal detector and then go get a ticket from the ticket box that was inside.
I don't think that's a good idea.
That's true, yeah. But again, for people that don't have
But
tickets.
that's good though, because there's 2 levels of securities. Sometimes it's like you scan the ticket, like kind of with the rapids. You scan the ticket, and then like in the next 5 steps, you're passing the metal detector, and in the next 5 steps, you're in the stadium already, basically. You know, so I guess if they can separate for when you metal detector ticket, or whichever one is first, or whatever kind of entrance.
But then how would you do it for people that don't have tickets and are trying to buy a ticket there?
For the fucking ticket shop outside the scan area.
That's what you had to do, basically.
You get
have it available.
Or don't have it available, especially if it's a sold out game, dude.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the Mexico game, that wasn't a sold out
That
game.
was not sold out.
But for, I don't think so.
No, dude.
It was just friendly.
That's true.
Oh, Jimmy just put his 2 weeks, whatever. No, he
quit, right?
he quit.
Because he knows, dude, like.
I know.
That's another conspiracy.
Well,
Good conclusion.
overall, since you two went to,
I'm already thinking we're not on a podcast. Overall, did you guys enjoy your experience? Was it fun?
I did not.
You didn't?
I-
Rate it from 1 to 10.
3.
Really?
It was too hot for that.
That's not the only thing I like. It
Is
was
it
too
the
hot.
heat?
It was horribly hot.
And then the sun was directly on us.
Like it was right
It
there.
was right on, like you could barely see.
Mm-hmm.
You barely see the field because of the
Well, I
sun.
think because I had a hat. But I was sweating the shit out of me. Like,
The whole time.
dude, my hat was like a fucking wet trapo. Like, I'm pretty sure I could have done this to the hat and a lot of sweat.
Yeah, for me, that was the only bad
it
part.
was just too hot.
Yeah.
The game was good. I enjoyed seeing the players.
Yeah.
You know, actually being in person to a Colombia. It was my first Colombian game.
Like you've
That's-
seen it in person?
Experience, 3 out of 10.
But
Like,
mainly for the heat, though. Nothing else.
and the organization. Dude,
No.
we were in the middle.
And the people.
And the Colombians.
We're in the middle of the crowd. Like, let's say, probably like, 600 people around us?
Yeah.
They were all jumping, singing what we call barras, and it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like 600 people. This space right here. Right in the middle.
Yeah.
At 103 Fahrenheit. That was not cool. And it was not even space. Like Osvaldo just said, like the people was pushing through, like
Yeah.
trying to get pushed their way through. That
Ooh.
was not cool. I thought I was gonna like faint or something because it was too hot, not
Yeah.
water at all. It was a crazy experience. And then it was this poor guy in the middle, or I guess he was part of the organization with instructions for what kind of bags they will accept you to take inside the stadium.
Yeah.
Nobody was paying attention to that shit.
Yeah.
I was translating to drunk people because he was like with the little paper. Dude, it was like a little.
¿No estaba en
paper.
español?
No, it was like a napkin, dude. It was like a napkin.
Right.
And then it was this guy like this in the middle of 1,000 people. Like,
Oh my god.
and then there was people with beers in their bags and shit like that. And they would talk to him, and he was like, bien, bien. And the guy was like, no. And they were like, yeah, no, bien, bien. Esta sí, esta sí. And I would have to say like, no. Que esa no. I was like, no, it has to be that size. Oh, and they were looking at me, bien, esta sí, bien. That's why, dude. It was.
See, again, that
it
goes
was
back to
horrible.
education because again, here, like, when we went to the game, like they would tell people, hey, like you can't, like it would be orderly. Hey, you can't have this bag. But over there, people were still trying to rush in with those bags.
It was just a mess. It was a mess.
So Osvaldo, aside from the heat, what would you rate your experience?
Aside from the heat, I would give it like a 7, 8.
Are you bullshitting me right now, bitch?
Out of what though?
No, yeah.
No, 10.
10 or like
I like the
58?
game. I like the
It was a good game.
7 is
I
not
like the game.
It was a good game.
Again, getting in, yes, there's troubles and stuff, but once you get in, again, you just have to find a way to get in.
Yeah.
So aside from that, you would give it still a high 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the game was a super good
Because it was a good game.
It was a good
That
game.
was actually a good
Including the heat, I would give it.
No, include the heat.
Including the heat, I would say, yeah, like a 4.
worst experience of my life.
Yeah.
It was horribly hot.
And it was like a 24-hour run that you guys did, huh?
And then that, see,
Yeah, you guys were tired. There was not like one place where you guys could chill. You guys
we had
always-
one.
Yeah?
But we didn't go to it because we had lunch and then we're thinking of going to a liquor and then take some drinks to the
Of
hotel.
course, yeah.
And then, but I told them like, nah, we're not gonna make it. Like, we need to leave right now. And thanks God I said that, dude.
Yeah.
Because if not, we would have been super late.
You would have been on
No,
camera.
but crazy late, dude.
Yeah,
not
because we
even.
were thinking we had time. We were like, yeah, we can make it to the hotel. And then, yeah, Camilo was like, nah, let's just go. So we're like, yeah, cool, let's just go. And, yeah, we barely made it.
We got to the seats and national anthems.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
great.
shit.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah, that was cool.
Go watch the short of these gentlemen and Camilo's wife trying out the Jaguar self-driving car.
That was the best experience, honestly. Out of
That was cool that you guys did that, by the way.
the bridge was amazing too.
The bridge.
The bridge
yeah.
was cool.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, that's a nice little
We
conclusion.
did a hike.
You guys,
We did a hike.
how was the hike?
It was 6 a.m. I guess. It looked like a hike. 6, 7 a.m. No problem.
Yeah.
All right, so with that nice little bow on that first topic, so what did you guys think about England and Spain? Were you guys satisfied? I guess the majority of us here were going for Spain. Were you?
Yeah, I was going for soccer, I guess I would say, and then Spain was playing super good.
They looked promising.
Their wings are crazy young, crazy good. Honestly.
They got that explosion. Whoo, they look like that last run they had when they had Barcelona, basically.
The only thing is that going for England is not going for soccer.
They play a horrible Euro Cup. Like, they were playing horrible. It was seeing them play. It was sad. Like,
It was a joke.
I would fall asleep. Yeah, I would fall
I don't know
asleep
how they
watching.
made
it.
it.
No, but I don't think they know.
How did they make it? So they were not the only horrible team that made it to the final.
France was horrible.
France was horrible.
France
too.
was shit. What the fuck's going on in France? Mbappe.
Luck.
He was
He's a
thinking Real Madrid already or something. Cause he
Yeah, he's
played
like, get me off this shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was so boring, honestly.
Quick question for y'all. Is that 17-year-old going to be a star? I don't know his name, so
The
excuse my
Spain
ignorance.
one?
I mean,
Lamine Yamal?
Yeah, is he going to be a star?
I don't know, dude. With these young people, you never know.
There's a lot of young people, though.
depends what company does with
The
him.
company.
Because they're pushing him. He's already on media. He's going around. He's already on GQ. He's going around.
Oh, he's an amazing
man.
player. But
That
yeah.
happens to a lot of players.
They
now.
did that with Ricky Puig.
And Ansu Fati.
And look what Ricky Puig's at.
He played a really good game
The
yesterday
guy-
against the Rapids.
Yeah.
He played a really
The
good game
MLS.
yesterday against the Rapids.
And he came here when he was like 23. So,
All right, so it's
yeah, and
We're-
Ansu Fati, like, they gave him number 10 right after Messi. They didn't even wait a season
Jesus.
with the vacant number 10.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we're going to give it to you. And he didn't do anything.
Mariano took number 7 one season at Real Madrid.
And but at least he made like 4 goals, dude.
He made 4
So
goals.
Fati didn't do anything.
He shit on his pants. He was too young. He is too young still.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
So still up in the air as far in any potential stars that you guys have a little more hope as far as this tournament goes across the board. It's not just England or Spain, even in the Copa America.
Richard Rios,
Oh,
24.
yeah, Richard.
That dude's sick. You guys
he
got a
killed
little.
He comes from football sala. We call that like 5v5 and with a heavy soccer ball. Do you know what futsal is?
Yeah.
He comes from that. He was playing futsal for Palmeiras, and the guy from the soccer, like 11v11 soccer, saw him playing, and he called him to the first division team.
Good for
And
him.
then he's just super good. He's
No,
just an amazing player.
Yeah, he needs a little more development, but yeah.
Yasser Asprilla
I
from
did like
Colombia. Borussia Dortmund is gonna buy him.
Nice.
He didn't even play though. That's what gets me mad from the coach Lorenzo. Like, he had so many good players, young players. He didn't give them a chance how he was supposed to. Like, this guy didn't even play, but he's so good that Borussia Dortmund is gonna buy him anyways. And he's like 20, for example. This Ricciardo is 24. He's gonna get by either from Milan or a lot of Premier League soccer teams.
Okay, so they're about to get hired then.
Honestly, I just saw this really good people in Colombia, because the other teams, it was actually Mombito from the Rapids. I think he had a really good Copa America.
Yeah.
He's not that old.
Yeah.
He's not that old.
What's his national team?
Canada.
Canada.
Okay. Oh, that's the one that you said you liked from last time, right?
He's
Got an assist.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't look at me like that every night, so say. Oh, fuck.
But I don't know. I don't think he's that old, honestly.
I
He
don't
played
think so.
really good.
How old is he?
Nah,
Probably like 20.
probably like 25, no?
Early 20s, I think.
Early
Like
20s.
32.
Nah, that's old, bro. He has to be in his late 20s.
What are you talking about?
Soccer age, yes.
Mombito is 24.
Yeah,
He's
that's
my
perfect.
age.
That's perfect.
Isn't Richard Rios also 24?
Richard Rios is 24.
Kobe number.
Yeah, there's a lot of, from Colombia, there's a lot of good players that are young. They just didn't play that much in the Copa.
Yeah.
Jader Duran, he plays for, forgot his Premier League team. Ulham, I think, or the Wolves. And he didn't put him at all.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like that was one of the problems, I think, with a bit more of the Copa America, where the teams in Europe, if teams were going to overtime, they were able to bring in their substitutes, get them some practice, which didn't happen at all for Copa America. It was straight to penalty. So whatever substitutes you had, you didn't use. They got no practice.
I would say Daniel Munoz. He's not that young, but he's a revelation for sure.
Who does he play for?
Right now he plays for Crystal Palace. The Colombian guy, Daniel Munoz.
Oh, okay.
The defense right back.
Oh, yeah.
He was the best one of the Copa, of all of them. Like, there was like a huge gap between his level and the other right backs' levels.
It was noticeable.
It was noticeable. It was amazing. But then he did that shit. He got the Colombian out of him, and then...
Boom. Yeah, that album was crazy.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that if you're a pro.
And speaking of
You're
Colombia,
supposed to pinch, though. Just as a man.
Yeah.
Just as a man, you're not supposed
See,
to
but
pinch.
that's sorry
Unless
to
you're
talk
pinching some
about...
cheeks, somewhere.
Okay.
no, go get into it.
No,
Come on.
No, but then that's what we don't have as Colombians. That's something we call maña. Like, they know how to play
Mala maña.
those games. Not even. It's not bad if it gets you to win. That's how they see it. They call it la garra charrúa, dude.
La garra charrúa.
Because they're
Say that with me, Osvaldo.
I cannot say it.
Oh,
they play dirty like that, and they know they're playing like that. That's how they. Jose is right. Like, you're not supposed to pinch another fucking player. That's how they got him. And then if they would have caught that punch that he gave to Davinson Sanchez to
that shit was crazy.
Chema Jimenez.
That shit was crazy.
But then why he treating him like a fucking monkey?
No, yeah, it was definitely crazy.
They do that on purpose.
No, I know.
Now that's what we don't have as Colombians. We don't have that dirty intelligence to.
Or that professionalism being at that level.
No, we are professional. But you're not supposed to be that professional when you're trying to win on every cost. Like, you're supposed to do. Are you willing to do whatever you're supposed to win? We were not willing to do whatever we were supposed to win. Like, get a red card, for example.
That was crazy.
That would have saved the game.
That would have saved the game, but you're not supposed to.
I would have done that shit.
See?
Yeah, you had to take one. So Colombian, since they're not used to winning championships,
Still. We're naive.
naive,
Too naive.
and you don't have a championship team.
Yeah, like in that moment, at least, like within that final like play and stuff, it was that like that lack of attitude as well.
Yeah.
And like that lack of trust, because there's like 2 minutes left, and you're essentially beating them. To be honest, I thought they were like beating.
Yeah.
I thought Colombia was always.
We had the
They
ball
were just
then.
missing at the very end
Yeah.
and stuff. Like the final pass, they couldn't get up there, and like they would do like too much at the end. But in those moments, there, like you have to see that like we might not be producing much, but they're also not doing anything
That's
because
true.
there wasn't many goal kicks.
Nothing. They didn't do
There
shit.
wasn't that many corners, so Argentina was not getting down there that much. Then you have to see that like, hey, we're stopping them. Whatever midfield we have, it's working out. And that's the essential part. If the midfield is good, then you're good too. You're able to maybe drop somebody if the red card happens. But if your midfield's solid, then you'll be fine. But yeah, like they don't have that experience at the moment where like, let me feel out the team and see what's happening. And then in this last play, if I get a red card, I know that everybody else around me is fine with it because they know the importance of it. And then I trust that everybody else is just gonna make up because there was basically like 2 minutes left.
We just did it.
2
This
minutes
past game
left.
too.
Another like 2 minutes
That's true.
in the extra time. But that's it. And then you go to penalties. And then from there, you just trust your goalkeeper. You trust that, everybody's going to kick it strong, straight. And that's it. But there's that lack where, like, they don't know how to act there because he was there really close to him. But then he, like, moved away because he was like, oh, no, red card. I can't get a red card.
The last game.
Yeah, he was like, no, I can't do that at the last minute of the game because then he was thinking, I'm going to fail my team. I'm going to let everybody
Being
down.
honest.
If I get a red card, everybody's going to be mad at me because this and this. But honestly, it would have been the opposite. He would have been the hero because everybody would know, like, dude, you stopped them there. From there, they have to get a free kick. And it's a card, so they can't play fast. They can't play quick. He has to get out of the field. And so from there, rest time. Right, you're walking off the field, you take your shin guards off, and this. There's that experience, and then you let your players like come back, settle down, like set up a line and stuff. And it was going to be a free kick essentially. If they try to do a play out, you were beating them on the corners and headers either way. So it would have been like, okay, whatever. It's just another spot play. But they're missing that part where what. I gotta trust the team. I gotta see what we're actually playing and know that we're stopping them and that we're going up there too, And because that would have been an easy foul. Everybody saw that, like, dude. Everybody called it. We all knew, like, dude, that should have been a foul.
Yeah.
Like that kind of goes back, and that reminded me to one of the Clásico games where is one like the final with Messi in there, and like they're running it as well, like last minute and stuff. And they're running and stuff, and Marcelo, he tries to kind of get the ball, but he moves away from him. And then somebody else also moves away. And you can see Ronaldo, he was like, foul. He's like, hit him, because you just have to stop him. Like, no matter if you get a red card, you just got to stop him because you get the counterattacks and you get that stuff. And then Ronaldo's like, no, foul. And you can see him get mad. And then the Messi keeps running. He passes it to Suarez. And then Suarez passes it back to the corner. No, somebody to, I think, Jordi. And then Suarez, he posts a wall for him. He like stands up to the side, opens up the space, and then Messi just like at the bottom. That was the thing. Like Ronaldo was mad, Modric was mad. All of them were like, "Dude, foul! You gotta take him down." And nobody did it. Yeah, that one. And then from there, like everybody knew, even Ronaldo knew, who doesn't ever really defend. He was like, "Dude, you gotta stop it. You gotta do this." And like that's it. Like that's the play. That's what you gotta know. Even if you get a red card, the game was even. The game was pretty set. I think it was like 1-0 at that moment. They could have tied it as well.
It was 2-2, I think. The Clásico, you said?
Yeah,
it was 2-2. I think it was 2-2.
They won. I know they went up 1-1 with that goal.
Yeah, I think James went in and he tied it. It was like 2015, 2016. If we're talking about the same game, probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, honestly, like shit. And then we were tired. To be fair, we were tired. Like all of the players were tired a lot.
Yeah,
they were asking for subs, and at that point, they were just not focused on the game anymore. I would say 2 extra times.
They just wanted to finish the game.
They just wanted to finish the game at that point.
They're like, I'm not gonna get a cramp. I'm not gonna get this. I just wanna. I played the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Most of them were like, I just played 90 minutes.
That's what happened with Canada and Uruguay. Canada were up the whole time.
Oh, third place, yeah.
Canada were up the whole time until like the last minute as well.
Yeah.
And then again, they Yeah, I would say Canada's also pretty naive. They got the
They are.
least fouls.
They are naive.
They got the least fouls. Like, they were super naive against Argentina, and even though they played them twice. And then against Uruguay, that's why Uruguay was able to score at the end.
Yeah.
And then basically take it.
But then that also shows like the difference that Camilo was saying. Uruguay has been to a lot of finals as well. They've been to that, the third matches and stuff. Like, they've been up there as well.
Yeah.
They won a lot of championships too, So Uruguay knows, like, hey, you know what? Until the last whistle. They're there until the last whistle. They know about it, So that's why they always keep fighting, that they keep digging. But, like, yeah, like, if Colombia would have had that here as well, like they did in the World Cup that time, I think they would have won it. Because in that World Cup, it was last minute. Last whistle, every single play. Like that's how they were all playing. It was all intensity and all that stuff. And it was kind of like a bit of the same variations and stuff. Like Cuadrado was on the side, running it, And it's the same thing that they had right now. With Lucho, it was on the other side, running it, So, but yeah, it's just that lack of it at the end, like that understanding of the game, honestly, and that trust.
Yeah, because that happened in the Euros too. Like, a bunch of goals were scored at the very last minute. And then the one with Spain, Carvajal got a red card.
Yeah, but he did the right thing.
Yeah,
he did
basically.
the right thing.
Yeah, that's what he would need to do.
Yeah, in the previous game, though, like from there, he stopped them. He like stopped the whole play because there was a card. Everybody settled back in there, and like everybody, and then from there, they just reflected it out. So like he knew about it because he's been in plenty of championships. He's done that with Madrid. He's done that in the previous Spain, games as well. So he was like, dude, I take this red. Like, okay, I'm gonna miss the next game, but I know it's
my team.
But
won.
I know, yeah, like, dude, it's for the team.
Facts.
To be honest, it's for the team. Because if he takes Carvajal, that's an open run. That's a really open run, and that guy shoots at goal, or he like passes it back for a tap in. But that was basically a goal right there, and he stopped it. And then from there, they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
They couldn't take advantage of that one man.
yeah, there was no run.
Because again, that's the thing that you have to understand. Like, we're stopping them either way. If I leave, we're still stopping them in the midfield. We're creating pressure. I guess that knowledge, that understanding of it.
That experience was definitely missing, as you both
Well,
stated.
maybe not. Like, it doesn't even have to be experience, dude. It's just the actual knowledge of the game itself, of a team game. It's not just what you're doing and what the defender's stopping you and this other person there. It's all the whole team collective, because that's where you see like the really good players and teams where there's play being done, and then you automatically, like, out of nowhere as well. Not automatically. Well, for them as well, maybe. Like, play is here, and then you see it like switch all the way to the other side, like out of nowhere, and it's a long high kick because they see it. They're like, okay, we create overload to this side, and as soon as I see 2, 3, 4, 5 people, I know somebody has to be in this corner. So then somebody just launches it, and that's understanding of the whole game. It's not even looking at who's guarding who, how many shots you missed. It's just like, well, my team has to be doing, and that's it. So everybody has to always just, fulfill their function, their roles.
No, yeah, I'm with you on that. But when I say experience, when you've never know what it means to win championships, that's a whole different level of experience. Because everything you were describing, you learn it. Like everything you were just saying that you said so well, like, you should take one for the team. Who cares? Just take it, because we need to stop this guy to score the first time or again. That you only get that experience when you win championships. That experience doesn't come without that, right? And I think when you're not experienced in winning championships, like when Brady wins back to back, he knows what he needs to do. He knows what he's looking for. He knows what player he needs to make that catch, right? So when I say experience, it's just when you're not used to winning championships, it's hard to even everything you described to have that adapted, because it's beyond soccer at that point. It's to win championships. It's not just playing a game at that point, right? But back to something you said earlier, is that I agreed. I did see that Colombia didn't trust each other, because my thing with that game, and I wanted Colombia to win. I literally was watching. I made the time, went back to the crib. I watched the whole thing. They didn't pass the ball, like how you said, or how you guys were saying earlier. All they had is defense, and I get it. Argentina didn't do much at all. They were kind of just there too, but as soon as they passed the middle court, they didn't know what to do. They were like lost. No explosion, no corridas.
The next pass up was, usually like too long, too off to the side. Like, come on, man! Like you ran it up halfway very well, passing it and stuff, and then how are you
keep
pass it
going
off bad again? You know, like
yeah, because
I mean, it's just pressure for
because like you said, Argentina wasn't really like that crazy tampoco. It's not like they won because no,
they didn't play that good.
Exactly. So I don't know. Was that because even the way el cuadro was, it was a defense cuadro. It had one delantero or whatever. It didn't in like what, two mids and two sides. It was a defense cuadro. It wasn't even like an offense cuadro. It's just I didn't like the explosion. That's what made and then how the game dragged on. That's what made it kind of boring. I just didn't like. And even on Argentina, there was no real explosion. A couple runs that Tia Maria se echó, and then whatever.
So both teams were tired at that point.
It's just a lot of the
Colombia,
tournament.
Because it was actually like the structure was organized super weird. Like Argentina didn't have to travel that much as Colombia did. And
I did hear that. That's true.
Semifinal against Canada, dude. Like, come on. Like,
That's
okay,
true.
let's be honest. We play in hell against Uruguay. One less player.
That's true.
That's
10.
true.
And we pull it out. We pull it out. We figure it out. But then we have to travel from one point to the other fucking stream of the country. It was unfair. But then you're supposed to, if you want to win a tournament, you're supposed to win against everybody. So it doesn't matter.
Period.
It doesn't matter. But then they knew what they were gonna do. We know how Argentina plays. We know how they are. We know they will not leave you have rhythm. What you're saying right now is part because what they were doing to Colombia, they were fair faults because they were faults. But then they will do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They will kick the players on purpose.
Yeah.
Like they will do it on purpose just to interrupt the game.
Yeah, they knew how to get like an extra second.
Yeah.
Like, okay, no, let me stop this because we're out of order. You know, like that, and that's like that presence. Like it's not about you no more. Like you have to see as well because you could be a really good player and like you're here, but if there's a foul and everybody's arguing with the ref, and if there's no yellow card, there's no cards, you can play quick.
Yeah.
The ref will allow it, and if you're arguing with the ref, but my team is over here, boom, you pass it out there. Like it's just like it's just being present into it because it's no longer just your position. You're part of the whole team. You know, it's not like an individual game. And to be honest, like. Right now, there's no individual star. There's no Messi, there's no Ronaldo, there's no Ronaldinho. You know, there's nobody like that can actually like fully take over right now. Nobody.
Not in the finals.
Haaland doesn't do anything. Champions League, he missed out in the final.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't score at all. Where was he at? Even the semifinal.
Well, he had Rudiger behind his back like this.
Dude, but he's supposed to be the best right now, right? Like better than him because he's younger and all that stuff. But where was he at?
And even Mbappe didn't get that far.
Yeah, Mbappe either. Dude, like in the Euro, he had a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he did. No play. I think after that in the finals he got like a. No, he didn't even get an open play goal. It was what's that guy? Kolomani. He was the one that got the open play goals. Like Mbappe, like he's supposed to be the top scorer, the one that scores the goals, and he wasn't the one. So
basically, the reason of what you're saying is because Argentina made us play like that.
It was on purpose. It was done.
They actually asked the coach like the night before in the press conference. They asked him like, "How are you gonna prevent that from happening?" I was like, "I can't, because if the ref is gonna call the fouls, he's gonna call them. What can I do about it?
Okay.
What can I do about it? Nothing.
Okay.
What can he do about it? Nothing. What can the players do about it?
Nothing.
They're gonna kick them. Might as well call a foul.
You're in a stalemate at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how they play. They will interrupt your game. They will not let you play at all.
Fuck Argentina, man. That's boring. Because all the interruption, and then that, I'm like, this is not even like exciting. It's 10
And
o'clock.
then you will see them. Colombia will play super good. They will make a good as play, and then let me follow you and let me just stay on the floor like for a minute at least.
Yeah.
Even though nothing happened, but let me just stay on the floor
That's
for a minute.
true. They did do a lot of that.
They will do that a lot just to pause the game, cool it down. Okay, you guys are getting into rhythm. I will not let
Take
you
it
at all.
Take it out. Yeah.
So,
A lot of mental games, basically.
That's how they win. That's how you win championships. Honestly.
A lot of mental games. Yeah, that's why LeBron's a flopper.
Well, he actually there was this. I'm sorry, this is because it comes to topic. Whenever who tied a game with 3 points, the Celtics against I think it was New York, when Jaylen Brown scored that 3-pointer from the corner like 2 seconds before the game, and he actually did an interview like 2 days before that, and they asked LeBron like, "Will you fall 3 points at the last minute of the last quarter?" And he says, "Yes, you always fall a 3-pointer if you fucking get pants on it. Take that guy to the free throw line.
Because it's 2 shots.
It may miss one. It may miss 2, but you don't leave open a 3-pointer attempt in the last minute of the last quarter.
That's a fact.
2 days after that, they tied a game with a 3-pointer in the last 10 seconds. Jaylen Brown. They won in the extra time, by the way.
Damn.
So
yeah, back to championship.
That's
state
why
of mind.
you win championships.
So, whoa, since
I don't like
go ahead.
I don't think it's much state of mind, dude. I think it's just you actually like honing in on your craft and stuff.
Willing.
Because there's a lot of players, you know, in basketball, football, soccer, everybody, where all of them knew what they were playing. You know, unfortunately, they didn't have a good chance, and like the team itself during the moment wasn't the best, and they didn't get to win the championships and all that stuff. But there's a lot of people like in all the teams where like they understand the game, they know how to play it, and when you see them play, they're like, yeah, this guy's playing against kids. You know, like teammates might not be as up to par with them, but you can tell that this guy, like, he knows everything. He knows the rules. He knows the lines. He knows this. He knows that. You know, so it's just you, like, you're getting paid. It's your work. Like, it's your professional side of it. You know, and again, it's your love for the sport too. Because if you're not going to be into it where you know the rules and you know this and you know that, then you're only there for the fame. You're only there for that paycheck. You're not there because you actually love the sport, because you like the fans, because you like the actual team. You're just there for the money, because you're not actually wanting to be part of the team. You're just going to do my part, and that guy didn't run. That's him. It's not my part, you know. So I said it's some of it is championship mentality and all that stuff, but then it's just your love.
How
for
serious
the
you
sport.
take your career.
Yeah,
what kind of career you want to have?
How are you going to be playing in and stuff, you know? Like one of the like the best players to talk about that and show that is Riquelme.
Oh yeah.
You know, Riquelme, like, he won like some championships here and there, this and this, some leagues, you know, like a little bit and stuff. But in the team that he was playing in that stuff, at least like in Villarreal and stuff, they weren't that high level. You know, they weren't up to his caliber and stuff. But whenever he played, oh, dude, he walked around everybody. He danced around everybody, man. He did whatever he wanted because he knew he could do it.
And he was not a fast player at all.
Yeah. And he knew, like, he was like, dude, this is me. Like, this is, like, you might have your $1 million team and you have, you know, 11 Galacticos.
Or
and
your
all that
African
stuff.
physique.
You know? Yeah, you know, like, you have all of that. I have the pure love of it, you know, and he did all that stuff. And then right away, like, boom, boom, my player should be in this area. And that's where he passed him, you know, and that's what he did. You know, like I said, unfortunately, he didn't get to have, like, the whole European sort of side of glory and things like that.
Because they were racist back in the day.
Yeah, really racist. Still racist, dude.
Yeah, but not that openly.
Yeah, that's
back
true.
in the day, it was completely open.
Yeah,
like,
they were way horrible right now. Yeah. But and then, like, from there as too, you know, and then when he went back to Argentina and stuff, he still kept his part of, like, I'm playing and stuff. But then he also knew, you know, if I got hit and I got fouled and there's nothing, boom, quick pass. Because, you know, like, those rivalries out there, like, you always gotta win. You gotta be on top of the game. You know, so it's, you gotta be a professional, man. Like, you gotta be on your game. You know, and I think that's more of it too as well. Because there's a lot of great players that haven't won anything.
That's
like
true.
Westbrook. He just came to
let's
the Nuggets.
let's not talk bad about our new baby.
Now I'm saying, like him, like, he's really good, man, but he hasn't been able to get into that championship.
Carmelo Anthony,
you know?
never won
like
a ring.
They haven't done that, but, like, I think Westbrook has more understanding of a game than Melo.
No, definitely.
And so,
he's
like,
more of a team player.
And yeah, and, like, he knows about it too. He's like, hey, man, if today I just got a rebound, today I'm just going to rebound. And that's it. If I just got to pass, I'm just going to pass.
Play your role.
Because he knows, yeah. He's like, dude, because you guys think I'm a good shooter and you're going to put 2 people on me? Well, I'm going to pass. You're always going to leave that guy. I'm going to pass 50 times. And he knows that. And he won't shoot. If he sees that, he won't take a fucking shot. He won't do it. He'll get 30 assists because he knows about the rules. You know, like, he knows about the game. Like, that's an actual player. Everybody else is just for, like, their own personal fame. Look at me score this and look at me do this and stuff, you know? But, like, all those silent players, they're the ones who, like, help out the actual team.
So, to wrap it up with the NBA, and you guys know, what do we think about the nepotism with LeBron and his son? Are we okay with it? Is that all right?
It's funny to me, honestly.
Well, break it down.
Well, no, it's just funny that they just got him to make LeBron stay in LA.
LeBron got power, man.
His numbers,
I
his
mean,
college numbers, they were horrible.
he's not ready for the NBA.
No, they were horrible numbers.
Yeah, he's not ready for the NBA. We can agree on that, right?
He's
And
writing off that last name, dude.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, 100%. That's why I said nepotism.
I mean, it's usually not like that. Honestly, like soccer player, for example, their kids are actually good. Like they will try. I don't feel like he's good. I don't think he's good at all.
You don't
Ronnie
even think
James.
he can develop?
Anybody but billions.
Yeah.
Billions and trainers. Yeah, dude. If you like put in a bit of effort with all that millions and millions of trainings.
It may be a big surprise. You never know. But I don't think he has it on him. I don't think he's not his father at all.
No, well, just think about Jordan's kids. They all suck at basketball.
No.
Jordan, Michael
Wow,
Jordan.
Jimmy Butler.
Jesus, that's not Jordan's kid.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
How about Anthony Edwards? Have you seen their face comparison?
Have you seen their
I
fingerprints?
didn't know you guys were on Reddit trying to see people's fucking DNA tests over here.
No, but was it Ronaldo's son? They were trying to get them all both on
But he's
Portugal
good though.
He's
He's
good,
good.
though.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
a good soccer player.
Yeah.
Marcelo's son. They just got a free contract too. Marcelo's.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're actually good. Zlatan's son. He
Oh,
just got
yeah.
bought by Milan too. For example,
Yeah.
they do have it. They do. Brandon James, he is just there for his last name, as Jose just said.
Because sometimes they just get like uplifted and stuff. And you being the parent, you're like, dude, if you want me in the team, these are some things you gotta do.
Do you think
You know?
Ronaldo would be able to play with his son?
Nah, he's
No.
too young.
He's too young.
He
LeBron
might,
James.
he might coach him.
Shouldn't be able to play with his son. He may coach him for sure.
okay. I agree with you guys that as far as he's not NBA level ready, right? And he's 100% there because of his last name. Now the other side of things is this is wealth. This is black wealth at its power. This is power. This means brown and black people have this level of power now where
The bullies.
if I do good and I got a kid or a brother, go get that job, bro.
All of them though, or just LeBron?
But wouldn't it be marketing though?
That's probably marketing.
I feel like this is mostly marketing.
Yeah, but you gotta understand how LeBron run this game. He told them, don't draft him or he's going to Europe. Don't touch him. He's for the Lakers. You gotta understand how much power LeBron has at this point, where he had the whole Lakers behind him, and they're still defending the bullshit right now, right? So to me, where this is okay, not maybe for the sport or general NBA, and I do believe you should get it on your own, right? But I also believe this is how black and brown people have power in generational wealth.
Of course.
We have to kind of, that's a part of accepting it, right? That's just a move, because if any other Caucasian person were to do it, that's normal. That's what they do. But this is a good showing that if I ever get to a point in my life and I got my kids, and if I can put them in a position, because that's kind of the point, right? This is why you work hard. This is why you develop
But you still have
lessons.
to prove it, kind of like how they were saying. Like, yes, it's kind of marketing for this season, but if he does horrible, what's to say he stays next season?
But that doesn't even matter, because like you said, at the end of the day, it's marketing. They're just trying to sell jerseys.
Yeah, but it just happened to see this. There's a chance it just happens this season.
No, he's definitely going to play a couple seasons.
Maybe
There-
Think so?
Hell yeah.
How about his contract?
that
What's his contract?
That marketing money is crazy, bro. They're trying to sell junior and senior Bron or LeBron. That marketing
the
money,
same team?
and then
they're gonna try to make
they're
that-
gonna sell you the father the son thing. Oh, you're gonna go watch that marketing money's unbelievable. But I agree, and it will be shown if he can play or not,
I think he's just going to play one season.
no matter what. I don't think so. I think LeBron's.
Well, depending on his contract or whatever his contract is,
he has
that's how he's
a
going
he
to
has a
play.
rookie
season.
contract. He has
Yeah,
a
like,
rookie.
The contract, it might say like 2 years or so, 3 years and all that stuff, but He's actually
At least until LeBron
his
retires.
playing time-
At least until LeBron retires.
It'll be
He's
like-
going to be on that team.
Yeah, it'll be like half
Until
season.
LeBron retires, he's going to be on that
That's
team.
crazy shit right there.
Because when you're saying like the power, I feel like the power would be having him play.
Yeah.
No, but you're too
The draft is already-
you're too much thinking about the sport, and I get
Well,
it.
drafting those numbers already power, honestly.
Yeah,
Well, of course, but I feel like that goes hand in hand
Like
with
one
the
season
marketing.
in college, like come on, dude, he didn't do
They
anything.
both shake their hands basically.
Got
That-
what
But
Bo needs
you've
for
never
10 seasons.
seen a player do
how
this.
you do it.
LeBron literally runs the NBA shoot, let alone he runs the Lakers executive office. You've never seen this level of power
Dude,
of
he
a
runs the
player.
team like
Jokic just did.
there's some games and stuff where he doesn't even listen to timeouts, man. Like he's doing his
He don't
own
even
thing.
listen. Look who just put it to the coach.
Like
He
he's
had a
trying
podcast with the coach
Like
that's
he's
about
trying
to
to
be
do
the
his stuff. Like
Lakers.
he's the one there, man. Like,
He's the office, the front office. He's the manager. He's the.
have you seen the movie Semi Pro with Will Ferrell?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, and he's like every
That's him, dude. The only thing missing is for him to be cheerleader, which he already kind of does as well.
Yeah,
He fucking
exactly.
doing
Yeah,
his
the
shit.
way he flops in the
Yeah.
court.
and
dude.
then like his pregame ritual and stuff. Like,
Because I agree. I don't think it's going to be good for the sport. And when LeBron does retire, homie's going to have to figure it out if he's
Going
actually.
to China.
Yeah, or go to Europe and go get that money in Europe. But just, we've never seen the level of power from a black player. We've never seen that. Because how the NBA works, we own you. There's a reason why your name is in the back and the LA Lakers is in the front. And that goes the same thing for the NFL. So to me, that's what's important to me. As just because I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest sports fan as I'm at 32. But when I see those power moves, I'm like, that's wealth in the black brown community.
Bullshit.
That's real
that's
wealth.
what
But
being part of the
but that's what
boule
you would do
gets
for your kid, though, right? If you build a legacy and you could put your kid in a position, isn't that the point?
Shit. I was like, dude,
That's true.
That ain't-
Isn't that the
that's
point?
true.
So you're gonna bust your ass, and you have this chance to put your family. That's why you busted your ass, bro. You're not
I mean-
gonna put your kid in position.
I would get my kid
I'm gonna put my kid in
I would
position.
Not
get
in
my-
that
I would
position.
get my kid
Nice.
into the academy and
Yeah.
like the school and stuff. But from there, I'll be like, dude,
It's on you, yeah.
it's a skill based. You know, if he's not up to par for the team, I mean, like, I can't do anything about it because it's skill based. You know,
Yeah, maybe
I would
his
want to be.
skills
I
aren't
would
that.
want to have that reality there.
He had 4 points per game, to like 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I think that's because dude, there's no.
Yeah.
Why would I put my kid in a position where I know they're gonna make fun of him?
That he's
Or
not.
even
he's not
lose.
ready at all.
No, but real quick, if you guys want to drive that point, there also is NBA players that are saying right now that he's better than some of the players that do have a job right now.
It's because I guess we don't understand basketball. You know, I don't know. I don't think it should be everything should be about the numbers, but sometimes it may not be about the stats. You know, but it's maybe he's the best fucking defense ever. Like we haven't seen him play. Well, a couple of summer league games, I guess, but then it's just again TikTok's making fun of him because he took like 24 attempts to score.
And that comes
2
with
points.
it. And that's gonna come with it. And he's gonna get torture all from the summer league that's going on now.
Forever,
this,
dude.
he's
If he keeps in the
if he
NBA,
doesn't do something big, he's always gonna look at, oh, you're just LeBron's
there's
kid.
that shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's never
you know what
gonna
I mean.
outgrow it.
Is that what you want? Would you want for your kid? Just to be in your shadow?
No, but I do agree with what Jose said on the skill space, and yeah, that's a little definitely different, right? But I also think this is marketing dollars. LeBron's legacy is almost more important. Like he wants to say he played with the son, the first one. That's important. When the Lakers put junior and senior in back of those jerseys. Woo!
But what's more important, your son's happiness or your legacy?
Maybe he's happy sucking.
No, but think about it. I'm sure nobody forced him this far, bruh. And the reason why they even
No.
Maybe he
Is
did.
that?
Have you seen the Space Jam movie he made?
I feel like maybe somebody who gave birth to him pushed them a lot.
well, that comes with your household. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. If you're a lawyer, your son's probably going to think about being a lawyer. If you're a doctor, your kid is probably going to think about it.
Be skill based, Don't prop your kid up just because of you.
We don't know. We don't know what he did.
We don't know.
We
And
don't
then you
know.
got to think about it. He had a heart attack in high school, and that's why the rush is there.
He did?
Yeah, he had a heart attack in high
Because
school.
he was being pressured. By
He had
his
a heart
father.
attack. That's why the rush is there. Like, because they don't know how much more he got. That's why another reason why the rush is there. So that's why probably LeBron and his family, like, well, whatever needs to happen, they just put you in the game already, and hopefully your heart can still te aguanta.
Because I signed to sacrifice you 2 years ago, and the time running out, baby. You know, I signed for 10 more years.
You see, I didn't win that championship.
And it was just used collateral, so you know, sorry your asthma's acting up.
No, it's interesting. This
Maybe it's that, huh? It's a humiliation ritual. That's what that is.
This is payback, baby.
No, but aside from the skill-based standpoint, because I do agree with that, because I wouldn't put my kid if he's just not good at soccer or whatever the fuck I used to do professionally. Nah,
Like, let's say
not
you're
gonna put
a
you in that
doctor.
position.
Like, yes, your kid is gonna want to be a doctor since you're a doctor, but then what if they just don't like science in that way? Like,
Yeah, but if we don't want to get into that conversation, because we know how academia is and how certain people are getting paid to pass certain classes. That's why nepotism is
But
That's the same in sports.
is so
I
valid.
think somebody paid to let me play with my son.
No. He did it. We're not denying that.
No, they pay him to play with his
LeBron fully used his power. He fully manipulated the system. That's not a debate. That's clear.
Yeah.
That's not a debate. But that's what I mean. It just, to me, it's a sign of hope that it finally can go both ways. And if I ever develop a legacy big enough where I can pass on certain power or certain moves for you to meet certain people, for you to be positioned, I like seeing that. And that's what I see. Now, do I think he's an NBA star? No. Do I think he's ready? Hell no. And I don't know the chances. He might just play one season, of course. But it's just,
so what you're saying is that you would be paying other people for
To prop up your son?
I wouldn't pay, but off what my name and respect
Yo,
that I
influence.
that I worked so hard. Like, I mean,
I'll
just
use collateral.
just think, just think about what goes on and what we do every day for our job. Look who's our front desk here. Just think about that. Think about those little things that don't seem like they matter, but the fact that you can get level of experience, like it's
so
there.
it's for tax reasons then.
Whatever you want to call it. But the reason why but look, I'll be honest with y'all. The reason why the joke is there, because we're not used to it. We don't have that level of comfortability in our families. We don't have that where we can go, like, deal, like, you have a good company, man. Let me just see if I can add something. Give me a job for the summer. We don't come from that. Maybe construction, maybe labor work, maybe. But that's why it's even uncomfortable. Even the joke is that because we're not used to that level of power and ask, and it's just normal. And to me, it's just cool because it gives me hope where if I get to where I want to get in my dreams and my vision, and my kids or my cousins, get in there. Try it at least. And if you fail, you fail. But if you don't, make something of it. And that's cool to see
Change your name if you fail.
in the black and brown community, man. But
Alright.
fuck you guys. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Alright.
You good? Any
Yeah.
expectations you guys have for the World Cup? Is Colombia gonna make it further?
Too soon.
Who you guys got?
Too soon.
I'm guessing Mexico's not. We're not hopeful.
Not at all, sir.
Did you guys see Southgate
Especially after
was a candidate for USA?
What is it?
Southgate?
I saw that he resigned though.
Yeah, for England, but
Yeah.
that he was. That there's a few people interested in the United States.
Oh.
I wonder who though.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for accompanying us on the Awkward Sports Show. Thank you, Camilo. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Osvaldo. Please like and share the energy. And if you find this video after the stream, please share if you care what we got going on. And if you care what MTI got going on, this is where we're at. Please subscribe. And see y'all next